In this session, we are going to discuss capacitors in series. We have seen capacitors and capacitances, and we can connect capacitors in two different main ways. One is back-to-back combination, which we call capacitors connected in series. The other one is parallel to each other, such that the potential differences across each capacitors are the same. So now we are going to look at capacitors connected in series. So far, what we have learnt about capacitor is the charges built in the capacitor or the capacitance of a capacitor is the ratio of the charge built by the potential difference across the capacitor. So across each capacitor there is a potential drop. You need to understand two things. Suppose if there is a capacitor and there is a positive charge on one side, equal amount of negative charge will be built on the other side. There is the positive charge, there is the negative charge. Lines of force will travel from positive charge to negative charge. So electric field will be set up across the capacitor. This is a positive charge, this is a negative charge. Near the positive charge, potential will be high. Near the negative charge, potential will be low. So there is a potential drop takes place across the capacitor. One thing you should know, across the capacitor potential drops. That's what we have seen in parallel plate capacitor, in spherical capacitor, in cylindrical capacitor. We have calculated potential difference across the positive and negative terminal. That is number one. Second is to produce this potential drop. So how this potential drop takes place is by attaching a battery of V volt. Suppose you have a battery of 10 volt. The difference between positive terminal and the negative terminal, the potential difference between positive terminal and negative terminal is 10 volt. That means the positive terminal, if it is at 20 volt, negative terminal will be at 10 volt, hence the difference is 10 volt. If the positive terminal is at 25 volt, negative terminal will be actually at 15 volt, the difference is 10 volt. If we connect V volt potential difference, across this point and this point, the total potential drop will be V, and that is given as Q is equal to CV from the above relation. Now, if you connect two capacitors in series, so two capacitors in series, and you are connecting a potential difference V, a battery of potential difference V, then this is a wire, there is no potential drop. Across this capacitor there will be a potential drop, across this capacitor there will be a potential drop. But this is a positive terminal, this is a negative terminal. Potential drop across this is V. Then there is no drop here. This point is connected to this point, that's why it will be at potential V. This point is connected to this point, this will be at potential 0. The total potential drop across both the capacitors will be V. But it's the capacitance of this capacitor is C1, capacitance of this capacitor is C2. Okay, then if the potential drop across this is V1, potential drop across this will be V2. Then we know that V will be equal to V1 plus V2. The total potential drop will be sum of the potential drops. But what we need to understand is when this positive terminal is connected to this side of the plate, then positive charges will be built on this plate. If that positive charge is plus Q, what happens is, this is a neutral piece. See, this plate is not in connection with this. This plate is not in connection with this. These two plates are connected. So this is essentially not connected with anything. This positive charge, because it is connected to positive terminal, will try to attract all the negative charges on this plate to this side. Hence what happens in an ideal capacitor, all the negative charges which will be equal to this will come over here. So it will be minus Q. Because from a neutral piece, if minus Q is coming to this, then plus Q will be on this side. When plus Q is over here, then obviously minus Q will be built on this. So irrespective of the value of the capacitances, the charges across each of the capacitor when they are connected in series will be the same. Then if you just write that equation, charge 1 will be equal to capacitance 1 and potential drop 1, but charge 2 will be equal to, charge on the capacitor 2 will be equal to capacitance 2 into V2. But the point is Q1 will be equal to Q2, hence Q is equal to C1 V1, Q will be equal to C2 V2. Hence V1 can be written as Q by C1 plus Q by C2. But what we are trying to do here is, what if we are going to find out sort of the effective value. That means in mechanics we have seen that when two or more forces act at a point, they produce certain effect. The effective force or the net force or the resultant force is the sum of all the forces. That means you remove all the forces and replace it with a single force, and that force produce the effect of all the forces. Similarly, here you have had two capacitances of capacitors of capacitances C1 and C2. You are going to replace these two capacitances with a single capacitance in such a way that if the potential drop that you connected is V here, then it should be V. But these two capacitances drew amount of charge Q. Then this should also be drawing the same amount of charge Q. But these two capacitances have values C1 and C2, but in place of these two there is going to be only one capacitance, whose capacitance let me call CS, because capacitors, the effective capacitance in series. So if that is CS, that means the effective capacitance, this produces the effect of these two. So what is the potential drop across this capacitance? It is connected to V, then this is at V potential, this is at 0 potential. Then V must be equal to Q times what? CS. Then V must be equal to, Q must be equal to C times V. Here this potential V will be equal to this, and this is CS, and it has drawn the same amount. Then what is V? Q by CS. Then this V can be written as Q by CS. From this, then Q can be taken out. When you take Q out, 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2, then Q will be out 1 by CS. Then see here, S is actually subscript, it is not multiplied with anything. So what we are getting is 1 by CS. We have assumed CS is the effective capacitance in series, will be equal to sum of the reciprocals of the effective capacitance. In one shot, I can write in series combination, see, it's an important conclusion that we are going to come. See, please understand. Reciprocal of the effective capacitance. CS is the effective capacitance. 1 by CS means reciprocal of the effective capacitance. Reciprocal of the effective capacitance will be sum of reciprocals of all the capacitances. If there are n capacitors, you have to add all of them. Hence, in series combination, reciprocal of the effective capacitance will be the sum of the reciprocals of the individual capacitances. So what is the important result over here? Suppose you have two capacitances, and two things will come up to that. One is, whenever you have only two capacitances, and ensure that you only follow this thing. 1 by CS will be equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 in case of two capacitance. If there are n capacitances, plus and so on up till n times. So if you take LCM C1 C2, here it is C1 plus C2. Then from this, if you take reciprocal, C series, this is what effective capacitance will be, C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. When two capacitors are there, effective capacitance will be C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. If there are three, then it is not C1 C2 C3 by C1 C2 plus, when there are three, it is not C1 C2 C3 by C1 plus C2 plus C3. When three capacitors are connected in series, the effective will be, just work it out, effective will be C1 C2 C3 by C1 C2 plus C2 C3 plus C3 C1. That way it has to be done. Okay, so one of the most important result here is when two capacitors you are having. Let's say one is 10 farad, the other one is 1 farad. Then what is the value? 10 into 1 is 11, 10 into 1 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11. 10 by 11 is less than 1. Suppose you have two capacitors, one is 100, the other one is 10. So what is the effective capacitance? 10 into 100, which is 1000, by 10 plus 100 will be 110. So 1000 by 100 may be 10. 1000 by 110 will be less than 10. So when you have a lot of capacitors in series, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and so on, and at last you are connecting only one capacitor with capacitance 0.1, then the effective of all capacitance will be less than the least value of capacitance that you are adding. So in series, effective capacitance, so effective capacitance is lesser than the least of lesser than the least of all the capacitors that is connected in series.